Hey, what up, Fort Worth fam, man? It's Fabian, man. I know the lighting's kind of off here a little bit, man. Just wanted to do my daily motivational post, man. You know, I got to keep doing these, man, because really, it's really all about, spreading that love, spreading that positivity, spreading that motivation, man, spreading that inspiration, dude. And I just want to reach out to you guys and send some love, you know what I'm saying? Keep grinding, keep doing what you got to do to make it out here, man. Keep following your own path, man. Quit doing what other people trying to tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to find your way. You know what I'm saying? Earlier today, I was having trouble, like, really just thinking about, like, I was having trouble. You know what I'm saying? Let me rephrase that. I was more so just overthinking, thinking about decisions. You know what I'm saying? And I try to read some scripture on decisions. You know what it says in the Bible on decisions. And, you know, I read some verses from various chapters of the Bible, various books of the Bible, is what I meant to say. And, a lot of them all point to just having faith in God, having trust in God, and He's going to show you the way, you know what I'm saying? And others were along the same lines of, God will speak to you when you stray left or right off the path, and God will put you back center, you know what I'm saying? And, I just prayed and just really reflected like I always tell you how to do, man. When you reflect, man, ideas and thoughts come to your mind that you never expected. Just take time to sit down, gather your thoughts, man, and just be in zen mode. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing that a lot, like meditation. um and I'm not gonna say meditating like seriously. I found this app that helps you relax your body and calm down by listening through two different sounds and music. It's a combination. It's basically like a 3D. They call it a 3D listening experience to where it calms you down. I've been doing a lot of stuff like that, man. Praying more, reading the Bible more, reading more in general, or watching motivational videos. Uh, working out more, running, doing stuff like that to make me feel good, make my body feel good, make my thought process and train of thoughts just more positive. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I was having trouble making a decision earlier today, man. That's not an end all be all decision, but a choice to make in terms of like what I'm gonna do after I graduate, and where should I go, what should I do, just taking things into my own hands or like waiting for things, you know what I'm saying? And then I watched a TED talk. I believe the lady was like, I forgot her name, man. I forgot her name. I think her name was Amy Chang or like something like that, man. And I feel bad that I don't, know her name, because I wanted to shout her out here on this video. You know what I'm saying? Because her little TED talk and the speech she gave on decision making really like resonated with me, man. And if I could give you some fruits or some gems from what she's talking about, you know, she kind of mentioned the fact that when you have two different choices, to look at them as, or when you have difficult choices, look at them as God sends, as blessings in life. Because at the end of the day, those choices and decisions are up to you, right? And to break that down a little further, she kind of had two walks in life. The people who are passive in life and just don't go for what they want. They wait for things to come to them, and they make the most comfortable, lax decisions in life. It's because they don't like change. They don't like struggle. They don't like having to, climb up the hill. Um, and then there's the other side of people who go after what they want regardless of the comfortableness of it. They may be struggling. It's like painting the picture as a struggling artist. You know what I'm saying? Someone who is very clear on a vision on who they are, and they're doing it by any means to get to where they need to be, regardless of materialistic things, or what they're struggling or going through day to day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like two sides of the coin, man. It's like either being a passive person that doesn't chase after what he wants and doesn't really know what he wants, and just lives day to day, you know, kind of as things come, or people who take advantage of what they got in front of them, and they know who they're meant to be. They're at peace with themselves and know who they need to be in life, no matter how long it's going to take, no matter how hard it is. You know what I'm saying? And I understood that's who I am. I've been like that from the jump. Just, I need to follow my own vision. I need to do what I need to do for myself. I never wanted to be a worker. And let me rephrase that. I never wanted to be like the little minion. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to create my own path. I always wanted to be self-made. I always wanted to boss up and then, return those opportunities to others. You know what I'm saying? And I never felt like I could do that in a corporate setting, a 9 to 5 setting, like little to no growth, not seeing a longevity in terms of career path in it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the little motivational video I watched earlier today really inspired me on that. Really like gave some insight to that. And R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, because it's funny because how things come full circle. I was watching an interview with Nipsey Hussle, the late Grammy nominated rapper, and he had mentioned that he read somewhere to where like basically there's two choices you got, and there's two kinds of people that are living in this world. There's the people that, he put it like this: would you rather be comfortable, would you rather be at war with the world, you know what I'm saying, and then at peace with yourself, or would you rather be at peace with the world and at war with yourself? And that's the best way you could put it, because would you rather have faith and, understanding and peace in what you're doing because you're true to who you are and you know who you are, and you're just out there fighting for your dream and believing in it in this world? Or are you someone who's comfortable with the world, at peace with the world, and is willing to accept and fold, just go with the flow just because that's what it is, but internally you're fighting yourself because you're not necessarily where you need to be? And it's crazy how I watched that little interview. He mentioned that weeks ago, and then I was thinking like how I'm thinking today, having trouble figuring out, just making a choice. And then this TED Talk speaker, this Asian lady, pretty much painted a picture in the same way. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Knowing who you are is really the best thing, man. Knowing what you want to do, because at the end of the day, as she mentioned, like having hard choices and decisions are really a godsend, because at the end of the day, when you have a hard choice or hard decision to make, always think about your why. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have a why, but it don't really make no sense. But think about your why, because people, when they make choices, they always try to like weigh out the good and the bad, or why they should do something. Oh, I should do this because this is good, or I should do this. I won't do that because, man, I ain't gonna risk that. Man, I ain't gonna do that because this is gonna happen to me. The fear, the scare, they're scared of it. But Miss Chang was talking about how you could rewrite your destiny. You can always look for positives and negatives in various decisions that you make in life. But be willing to stand behind the decision that is true to you, regardless of the positive or negative, or the negatives that you want to focus on behind it. You know what I'm saying? So that's real powerful to me, man. I've always wanted to get away from what society thought was the norm, which is like you got to have a job and you got to do all this and you got to conform, and art and creativity and innovativeness or innovation ain't the typical way to go. You got to be a lawyer, you got to be a doctor, you got to do this, you got to go to 4-year college. I never did things the regular way, or the way that people expected. I always went outside the box. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's true to my nature, and it kind of let me understand what kind of choice I need to make when it comes to making this decision. So if you out there struggling with a hard choice or hard decision, just think about your why and think about your end goal, where you want to see yourself in the end. If you could live with yourself 10 years from now knowing that you didn't make this choice, you really just got to know who you are, who you're meant to be, man. All of us are meant to be somebody in this world. We all have a destiny. We all have a certain path that was pre-laid out for us, whether you want to believe it or whether you seek it or not. You know what I'm saying? And that just gave me understanding that, because you really got to know yourself, bro. You got to know who you are to be able to move forward in this world if you definitely have big dreams and aspirations, because shit obviously don't come easy. Shit's gonna take time. But if you believe in yourself and you believe in your own message, and you're willing to live and die behind it, then you willing to go all the way for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I need to understand. No matter how hard it gets, at the end of the day, like, this is how it's supposed to be, because this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? So much love, much respect to all y'all. God bless, man. Have a blessed one. We out.